relative, man. So many games left in the year, we hope, right? Taking one game at a time, and I think the biggest thing for us is, we showed flashes of things that we did well, and, we scored enough points tonight to win. So we got some things that we got to work on, but we'll move forward. It feels good.
Awesome. What are some of the things that you're trying to carry into next week after coming off of this one?
It takes a little bit of time, man. We got to go back and watch film. When we watch the film, I'll be able to know what we're going to do next week and how we're going to move. I think the biggest thing for us, man, is just executing and playing great football. If we do those things, a lot of things will work in our favor. But we got a great opponent next week, so we got to get ourselves prepared and find out what we got to do to move from there.
All right, just going off kilter, but your quarterback number 8 is showing a lot of flash out there. How does it feel being a coach and coaching a player like that?
We've had kids like this before, so again, you just kind of stay flat line, not too high, not too low. Coach him on the things that he did well, and coach him up on the things that he did bad, and get him ready and prepared for the next week. I think we fumbled the ball a couple times, some fumble snaps, so we got to work on some things there. But overall, man, he did a good job, and I'm proud of him in his first game of the spring.
Awesome. What can you tell me about the defense? The defense was stout today.
Defense is stout. I've been here 17 years. It's not been a year that the defense hasn't been stout. So Coach Simmons does a phenomenal job. He prepares the guys, get them ready, and they move them in the right direction on a regular basis. So what I know is they're going to be coached very, very well by the defensive staff. I can let those guys do what they need to do, and I can move forward and focus on the offense and focus on some other things. And it helps when you have great staff members.
Perfect. That's it. Thank you.
Coach LJ, you're up 35-8 in that third quarter. I heard you yelling to your guys, if I don't hear run or pass, y'all are running tomorrow.
Yeah, man.
Why is it important to keep that intensity, that attention to detail despite the score?
I think you got to play complementary football no matter what the situation is. And you can't get flat and think that everything is good when you're up, right? Because there are going to be times when you're down and you got to be able to do the same thing, right? So we just want to do the same things over and over and over again. And when you do that, man, it promotes and creates consistency. And that's what it takes to win ball games.
Coach, you saw Manchester just a few months ago. It doesn't seem that long ago, but this team looked a little bit different. How do you prepare for a team that's the same team but has changed vastly?
Just stick to what you do. Like don't do too much to the right and too much to the left. Don't try to get fancy. You know what I mean? Just kind of be consistent. I'm going to use that word a lot this year because we have guys that they know the culture. We have guys that have been around for a long time, and now this is their opportunity to play. I think the biggest thing for us, man, is just kind of being consistent with what we do, and I think that's how it works. It makes us a better team week after week.
You controlled the game on the ground. Who were the big guys up front that you were proud of? Looked like Brown and Becton a lot behind the two of them on that left side.
I mean, Becton, the name, if it's not familiar to you guys, he gets a lot of tutelage from the big brother, so that helps us out a great deal. I think, man, the biggest part is guys just doing what we ask them to do and being disciplined. Again, I know we got to watch the film. I don't want to get too high and say, oh, man, we played a great game. We got to, state champion coming to this thing next week, so we got to play and play well.
And it seemed like you spread the ball out amongst 5 different players tonight. You got to feel good about that kind of weaponry in any game.
Yeah, well, I did a little study in the offseason, and most teams, especially NFL greats, they only play with 5 or 6 guys touching the ball. Like, you take the greatest show on turf, they had Marshall Faulk, Ricky Prohl, Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce, Kurt Warner. Them the only guys touch the ball, so we want to do a little bit more than that. And I think that helps us become a really, really good football team if we do.
Talk about Brennan's role a little bit on the defensive side, schematically and leadership-wise. I think you listed him as a safety this year. Is he kind of in that rover role?
He's all over the place. And week after week, it's going to determine what he does and how he does it. You know what I mean? And we just got to utilize the talent as best we possibly can. If we do, we'll be good.